The only evidence that we got is we were able to steal or otherwise obtain a piece of the fuel that powers the saucers. It was element 115. It's a stable element, and we did several experiments with this. We also videotaped these experiments. The experiment was to prove the high gravitational attraction, the heaviness of the element, and other things. We proved it to ourselves. Unfortunately, whoever is in charge of the cover-up stole it back. The other thing was that on March 21st, 1989, he asked me if I wanted to view one of the test flights. This was on a Tuesday, and I said, well, sure, but how are we going to see one? And he said, there's going to be a test flight tomorrow night just at sunset. And I know a place where we can sneak in, still be on public land, and watch it. I said, great. So I said, why at sunset? And he said, well, statistically, up in that area, there's the least traffic around then. So I drove with Bob and the real estate appraiser, Gene Huff, and myself, and we drove up there, got there just a little bit before sunset. I took my Celestron telescope, we took a video camera, got out of the car, and within maybe 10 or 15 minutes, this disc comes up from behind the mountains and starts doing all these fantastic maneuvers. It was a light, a very bright light, and you couldn't see the disc form. But I had my Celestron scope with me, which is 8 inches, extremely powerful, and after a few minutes I was able to get it right in the finder of the Celestron telescope, and I saw for myself it was a disc. There was no question in my mind, and I just watched it go down behind the mountains.